2016 RTTC 24-Hour National Championship took place over the weekend of the 23rd and 24th of July, and the race HQ was, as usual, the Farndon Sports and Social Club near Chester. The event was promoted by the Mersey Roads Club. The course of this event is quite complicated.
This course is based with Preece Island as the hub for the event. Everybody starts and goes up to Preece on their bikes, and then they follow varying courses, different circuits, during the day and during the night time. Some of the night time is on more A roads to allow for, obviously, for better lighting. They're partially lit. During the daytime they tend to be on ordinary quieter roads. It's quite a challenge getting the whole thing together, and there are a number of circuits that each of them do, but there are actually three main circuits, and depending on the ability of the rider, it will depend on the number of times they go around those circuits.
And those circuits are the Battlefield Church Circuit, Quinta Brook and the Preece Turnhill Espay circuits.
The National 24-Hour Time Trial Championship is based over 24 hours as opposed to actually going on a distance, shall we say. It's not the fastest time, everybody rides for 24 hours, and then it's the mileage that they've actually done within that 24 hours dictates who will have won.
So, this race is all about the distance rather than the time, and Sheila will be joining us throughout the race to help us understand the course as the changes occur. Whilst some riders are putting the finishing touches to their preparation, others are staying relaxed, and who can blame them for what they're about to undertake? The start is just around the corner from the HQ, and the first rider to leave is Rob Waghorn, riding for Congleton CC. Rob clocked up a total of 272.16 miles. This is regular competitor Geraint Catherall, and he rides for the Anfield Bicycle Club. Geraint completed a total distance of 338.65 miles. Number 9 is Hugh Culverhouse, riding for Weybridge Wheelers. Hugh went on to ride a total of 372.51 miles. Next to start is Trevor Halstead, who rides for Gainsborough Gear CC. His total distance was 352.08. Getting ready to start now is Alex Greenbank of Wimbledon Windmilers. Alex achieved a total distance of 292.39 miles. Ben Rathbone of Macclesfield Wheelers is the next to start. Ben's distance was just shy of 400 miles at 398.43. This is Rob Jones of Velo Club Cumbria, starting his race on a way to a ride of 371.45 miles. This is actually the first time trial that Robert has ever ridden. We're heading out onto the course now. This is the first leg from the start to Preece Heath, which is the central hub for much of the race. Of course, we can't film the whole race, that would make a very long video, so we pick up the action again as the riders start the battlefield leg.
When the riders reach this point, they will have done 37 miles. They're then going off down to Battlefield, and when they get back from there, they'll have done 57 miles.
we've managed to hitch a ride from Brian Jones, the official photographer, to get a few moving shots.
The riders have now done 100 miles by the time they've got to this stage, which is still at Preece Island. They're moving on to what we call the Quinta Brook circuit, which will add another 100 miles to their times. The circuit for Quinta Brook just gives them a change of scene, and it brings them on nicely into the night ride. It gives them a chance to change into their clothes for their night time and get their lights sorted out. It's a little bit easier on that circuit, not necessarily for the riders but for helpers and everything else, and it helps to keep them all close together. They do actually have 7 circuits on there, or up to 7 circuits on there, each of which is around about 13 miles in length.
Darkness is upon us now, and the riders are still being sent down the Quinta Brook circuit. As it's not possible to identify all the riders in the dark, let's just sit back and watch the action. Now around 11:15 in the evening.
As you can see, it's dark, and the riders are now just going onto the night circuits. The point that we're at now is 200 miles, but some riders will have done quite considerably more than that, others maybe not quite so much. There's still a lot of heavy traffic, and it's really important that the riders all keep safe. So this circuit, although it's 13 miles in length or thereabouts, will actually take them into areas where there's a little bit more public lighting, particularly on the roundabouts. That's really, really important for them. It's important for the marshals, and so that they can see each other and they know where their helpers will be. It's not the easiest of things to do, and they'll be on these courses now, doing different circuits of this up until 6:30 in the morning, and then they'll go back onto the Quinta Brook circuit at 6:30 in the morning, the circuit that they used earlier in the day. Really, really important though that they've got good lights. Essential for everybody to have good lights on so they can be seen by their helpers, and also for looking out for each other.
As the riders continue their race on the night circuit, that's Prees Heath, Turnhill, Espley, our cameraman goes to his hotel to recharge his batteries. It's morning now and we're back at Prees Heath, and the riders are back on the Quinta Brook circuit. This is number 10, Trevor Holston of Gainsbury Aegir, shedding a layer of clothing as the day warms up. As the supporters begin to clear up, we're heading out onto the course ready for when the riders are sent on the final leg, the finishing circuit.
Straight on! Straight on!
The riders now have to ride up the A41 back to the area of Farndon, where they continue to lap the 13.5 mile finishing circuit until their 24 hours is complete. There are 7 timekeepers dispersed around the finishing circuit. Concentration is key for the timekeepers. They have to identify each rider as they approach and then decide, based on their number, whether they completed their 24 hours. If they have, they're told to stop.
Right, that's it. Finish.
And most riders don't need to be told more than once.
Good effort. Good effort. Goodbye. Yeah.
We're at the end now of the 24-hour event. The National 24-Hour is a very unique event with some very unique characters, interesting people and folks that focus solely on riding this event over the course of the year. It's special, it's a one-off, and it would be a dreadful day if ever this had to stop. But the amount of energy that goes into organising this is huge. Passion rides high, and there will be some fantastic times done. I've had a little sleep, the riders haven't. They've ridden solidly for 24 hours, and it's now coming to an end. Well done to everybody. Keep safe.
So until the next time, goodbye.